Hey, this is Valerie, and I'm back here at Just Like Mama's Soul Food and Wings. Today, I'm making black eyed peas, yellow rice, baked pork chops, and hoe cakes. That's one of the southern things that a lot of people make. And I want to give you my version of it. My version is real quick, and so I'll show you that. That's gonna be one of the last things that I show you. Right now we're gonna go over to the stove because I have some neck bones already boiling, and so Michael is taking a picture of that. They have literally been boiling probably now for about 30 minutes. You don't have to boil them that long. When we were growing up and my parents got in from work late, and sometimes they got in really late, like after 5 or after 6, my mom or my dad would come in and put black eyed peas and smoked neck bones all in one pot, like right at the same time. So you can do that too. Like if you come to go to work and you like, I really want some black eyed peas, some good black eyed peas, you can really just throw it all in the same pot, because remember, smoked neck bones are already done. They're tough, but they're already cooked. Anything that's smoked is already cooked. So just so you know that. But I've been boiling them because I like mine really tender. So I have those neck bones boiling. What I put in mine, in my water while it's boiling, is black pepper. I want to say probably like a half a teaspoon. I really like black pepper, so I can go a little bit overboard. Believe it or not, I actually put onion powder in there. It brings the flavor of the neck bones out, and I put a little seasoning in the pot. I put a teaspoon of salt. My son doesn't want me to say teaspoon. I don't know why, but teaspoon is a teaspoon is smaller, of course, than a tablespoon. But you don't want to put a tablespoon of salt or black pepper in neck bones, because they are very salty. So especially the smoked ones. If they were fresh neck bones, of course you would put them in there. And then what you do is you just pour your black eyed peas that you've been soaking in the pot. Like when they soak like that, they have so much water. They have soaked up so much water that they do not take long to cook. So I'm gonna get this boiling. And since I have a baby, you don't have to do this if you don't have any small kids. But since I have a baby, once this start boiling, I always push it to the back of the stove. That's just a safety precaution for me. But that's one of the things that I do. So of course, when you pour something in here, it stops it boiling, but it's gonna soon start back boiling. But once it starts boiling again, I'm gonna push it back on the back of the stove, so it can continue. Over here, I've already cooked my yellow rice. You see how flaky the yellow rice is? I've already cooked that, and that's just any yellow rice that you would like. But I don't like, and I'm not trying to say this but I don't like the bag yellow rice. I'm not gonna say a name, but I don't like the bag yellow rice. Just FYI, it has a lot of stuff in it that it shouldn't be. But anyway, and one reason is because it's in a bag. They have to put so much stuff in there to keep it fresh. So one of the things that I do like Zatarain's in the box. I use that. I also use another kind of Spanish yellow rice. But with my yellow rice, and you might notice that it's not so yellow, it's because I use parboiled rice too. I put it inside of there of my yellow rice. And one reason I do that is because you'll be able to warm it up. Like sometimes if you ever had yellow rice and it doesn't taste good the next day, that's one reason, because you're using straight yellow rice and it has a lot of saffron in it. So saffron does not like to be warmed up again. So one of the things that I like to use is I like to put parboiled rice in there, and it takes some of that saffron and all that seasoning out. So, but I'm gonna get to back to that in a minute. But now that I've got this going, the neck bones going, and the black eyed peas, and my yellow rice is done, I'm just letting it sit over there. I'm gonna move over to my pork chops. I have already seasoned. Move this out of the way. Move some of this stuff out of the way. I have already seasoned the side on the bottom. On the top, I have black pepper in here. I don't know if Michael can get a good picture of it, but I have already I have black pepper on it, so I didn't add black pepper to my seasoning bowl. This, again, you guys might see this bowl a lot because I really like it, unless Michael breaks it, because he's been breaking up and burning up my stuff lately. I don't know why. But in this bowl, I have salt, parsley, garlic powder, and I said parsley, I'm sorry, garlic powder and paprika. That's one of the things. You will see me have onion powder and garlic powder in a lot of my recipes. Like, I love that stuff. Like, those two combinations are a hit. So that's one of the things that I put in my oxtails too. So here I'm going to just season this side of it, because I seasoned the other side of it before I started the video. One of the reasons why I do that, so it can cut down on the time of the video. And parsley, it does not add really any flavor to it. It just makes it look pretty. So when you cook it and it looks all cute and stuff, you'll know why I do that. And with pork chops, you can just like get your gloves on and just like marinate it in there really good, the seasonings. But once they go in the oven, like it's gonna do its thing. So one of the reasons why I am baking them is because I already got pork in the black eyed peas, and now I'm having pork chops on top of the pork in the black eyed peas. So you don't want to have fried pork chops. Like, you don't want to do that. You can, I mean, we do it all the time, but I'm trying to cut back on all of the fatty stuff that I eat, and adding this to grease, pork to grease already, that's a lot. So I'm going to put these in the oven. I already preheated my oven to 375. So Michael's going to follow me so I can add this to the oven. I'm going to put it on 375 for just about 30 minutes. And those 30 minutes, I'm going to let this neck bones and black eyed peas cook, and the pork chops cook. When about 30 minutes, going to let Winter get in the pool. Me and Michael's going out to exercise for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to go and take a shower. So when you see me again, I won't have the same dress on, but I'm going to go, and we always exercise. We put Winter in the pool and we exercise in the yard. So that's one of the things that I like to do. I like to put my food on, go and exercise, and then take a shower, and then come back and finish my food. So I'll be done for today as far as exercise goes. But one of the things that I love about this meal is that you can do it in an hour and 30 minutes. So even if you get off of work at 6 o'clock and you get home and you're just like, oh, I'm so tired, but I really want some food, I really want some soul food, you can even just cook the black eyed peas with the smoked neck bones and some yellow rice, and you'll be done. Or if you don't even want the yellow rice, you can just not do that and just cook a pot of black eyed peas and neck bones. So it's a lot of ways that we can eat our food that we really like and we miss from our parents or our moms, grandmas, or whatever. We can do it like really quick. It's quick ways to do those things, and if you do it right, you can finish this in like an hour and 30 minutes. You know, we don't like to eat too late, but this is a quick meal that's actually soul food. And a way to cut down on the time even faster is get frozen. I'm not an advocate for the can, but I do eat canned black eyed peas, but I'm not an advocate for it. So but one of the things you can do, you can get the fresh frozen black eyed peas, and this can be done like in 30 minutes. So that's one way you can do that. But anyway, I'll be back, and I'm going to show you guys how to make hoe cakes. See you soon. Hi, we're back, and our black eyed peas and neck bones are done. This is the jam right here. Of course, I showed you guys the rice earlier, and the pork chops came out. Again, I always put aluminum foil on the top of it because I don't want them to dry out, number one, or I don't want them to be like hard. So if you put aluminum foil on the top, that's how they stay juicy. I made 5 pork chops, 1 for me, 2 for Will, 1 for Michael, and 1 for my mom. She's not a pork fan at all, but I have to throw her in there. And Michael said, so only 1 for him. He is not happy about that, but he doesn't eat much, but he'll pretend that he does. Anyway, I usually put okra in my black eyed peas, but one thing, I don't think Michael and Will care for it too much, but they don't mind the flavor. But I was going to put it in there anyway, but I could not find my frozen okra I just bought. I literally just bought it and now I can't find it. So I don't know if they went in there and threw it away or what. But anyway, if you would put some of that in there, you just put it in, let it simmer in the juices when the black eyed peas are like right to being done for about 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll have perfect, especially if they're frozen. Now I'm going to make the whole cakes that I was telling you guys about. I'm going to I have a mixture of butter. I like using Smart Balance butter, but today I'm using, I can't believe it's not butter. My stove gets like extremely hot, so I'm going to turn it down some. Like it gets like really, really hot. So I'm going to turn it down some. But that is me getting the grease ready for the whole cakes. I have to wipe around my stuff all the time. I'm just fanatic. All right, in this bowl, I've already mixed up some pancake mix. You can get any pancake mix that you use. Baking mix, well, the one that I'm using now is just a baking mix, but it's similar to pancake mix. And the reason why I like to use this, and it cuts down on trying to figure out the measurements of making like biscuits or pancakes from just straight flour, and then you have to put in baking soda and all that. So if you just get some pancake mix, do it just like the box says, or you can do it like I did it. I made it a little bit more soupy or more watery, because I am going to add, so it can have that cornbread taste, cornmeal. Martha White, I think it is that I have cornmeal, and I just put it right in here with it. I put a little butter in here because when you have like cornbread, you want to have like that buttery taste. And I also have some in the pan. Like I said, this pan my stove gets like really hot. And so this is my mix. And the one reason why I made it watery, if you can see that it is, now it's just right to go in to the pan, the hot pan.
Mommy. Watch out, Mom.
We don't want Winter by the hot stove when we get ready to scoop this in. So I'm going to use my scoop. And if you can hear that sizzle, that means that grease and that is really hot, and that's what you want. I like using a double pan. That way I can cook multiple at one time. Unless you have a griddle, that would be good too. But I love using my pan. I've had this pan since I moved in this house, and we've been here 12 and a half years. And I've had this pan ever since then. And I love this pan. How you can tell that they're done or ready to be flipped is that they have multiple bubbles in it. You can see them coming up. Now, if you were cooking just pancakes, these bubbles would come up quicker. But there is cornmeal in here, so it's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to let them cook, fry like evenly on the other side. I don't like flipping them beforehand. I like for them to be like brown, like really brown on one side, and then I flip them. When I come back, you guys are gonna see perfectly, well, not perfectly, Valerie's whole cakes, and that's a quick way to do it. And I'm gonna make several batches of this, so I'll be back.
Mommy.
We're back, and I'm finished the whole cakes, which they look like pancakes, but they really taste like cornbread. You would love this. Michael on the break he tasted one of mine and he was like, Mom, it's not sweet. It's not sweet to his liking, because sometimes I add Jiffy Mix. You can add Jiffy Mix too, but I try to stay away from all the stuff that's already made. But you can do Jiffy Mix or just add sugar. You can add sugar, and that's what he did to his. So all the ones on the top are his. I'm not eating that sweet stuff. That's his. So this is how it'll look. It's not gonna be perfect, but this is how it looks, and I love them. This is a quick way to make cornbread if you don't want to put them in the oven, or some people who just have countertop stoves and they don't have an oven, or don't want to just turn on the oven. So this is the whole cakes. I went ahead and fixed the plate. This is the juicy baked pork chops, brown to perfection, the black eyed peas, and the yellow rice. So I just wanted to share my dinner with you guys, and I'm gonna add one of these to my husband's plate. This is his right here, and I'm gonna add one of these to his plate and grab some hot sauce, give him a spoon and a napkin, and a fork, a fork and a napkin, and some water, because he needs water. But this is it. Thank you for watching Just Like Mama. Please subscribe, and you can also share it. I don't mind if you share it. The more viewers, the better, because there's people out there that just want to know about soul food. And remember, soul food is not about the oxtails, the chitlins, all of that stuff. It's about where it comes from, and it coming from the soul. You're cooking from the soul. Thank you for watching Just Like Mamas.